So if you're like this, it has 0 point of like basically this is all relative. It's measuring everything from one data point to another.
Okay.
And so if you have like just a thumb out, right? That's a good reference point to start out with.
Okay.
And as you spread out, it'll eventually recognize the other 4 fingers.
Okay.
And as you lift them up, you can measure their relative positioning, as well as their relative distance to one another. And the point at which they're the highest, you know that the hand is fully, your hand is like open.
Okay. Can you move your hand back towards a flexed position, totally contracted?
And it'll slowly contract, and then
the dots will come together.
Yeah, eventually you won't know what to look for anymore.
Okay, so there's nothing on the screen now, but then once you begin to open up and extend your fingers, what happens?
Slowly it'll start recognizing the fingers.
Okay.
And then you can extend them out, and then you...
Now, do you think if there was a particular point on the screen which you were trying to get to, and then once you got to it, it shows something on the screen like success or played a sound of some sort, do you think you'd be able to program that?
Yeah. The tough part is actually just recognizing the gesture. Like, once you know that they're performing a certain thing,
yeah,
then having that correlate to a certain action is not hard.
Just move your fingers for a second. Interesting. Now, do like a finger tap.
So you should have just one finger. That is what it looks like.
Okay.
You can move it around.
Do 2 fingers and tap like this.
So it'll start off as 2 data points,
okay,
and then eventually it'll just close into 1 basically.
Cool.
Hold on. So here's something I've already trained, right? This is it's just recognizing one finger, and if you move it in a clockwise within this red line,
mm-hmm,
then it knows that that's clockwise.
Interesting.
And then that's actually correlated to decreasing the volume. But if you have 2 fingers and you do the same thing, it'll recognize it again.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool. Interesting. So our goal here is actually to try and get things to be a little bit more functional. This is cool, but
so if you have 3 points, right, like this, right, it's gonna recognize your 2 fingers as just 1 point.
Okay.
Okay. And then the closer you get them in, eventually it loses accuracy.
Interesting.
So it has 2 points, and then if you just bring them together, it just becomes 1 point. Or at least it should become.
So there is some hypersensitivity.
Yeah, but you can also adjust sensitivity, I believe, but it doesn't really make it any more accurate.
Cool. Thanks.